my child is bored at school. What do I do? Hi everyone, this is Yash Vasant from the Playtos Miniversity, and the question today is, my child is bored at school. What do I do? Well, I have a question for you. You're bored at work. What do you do? Because the question here is not, my child is bored, what do I do? The question is, what causes boredom and how do we simply deal with this? And I don't think this is going to require too much of our time, but it's going to be awesome if we all get it. Is remember that the educational system today had to have been and is built for the average student in mind. There's nothing wrong with it. It is just the way of the world, because we must deal with the masses, and there is no good and bad here, but keeping the average in mind had built an educational system that could be implemented towards the masses. Today, if your child is bored, that is a deep implication that your child is actually smarter than you may perceive that he or she is. A function of boredom is a function of the challenges that they're being thrown at with. For instance, if your child is playing a video game, there is no child that plays a video game on one level over and over and over again. If they do, they get bored, and hence the design of a video game is in a way where there's a beginner, intermediate, or an advanced level which they can choose. And let's say you're playing an RPG where every chapter that you go through in the storyline gets tougher, gets more difficult. The bots, the challenges, the other players that you're playing with online, they get more difficult. This crossing of levels is a function of the pace at which your child crosses levels and another child crosses levels, because the idea is each one of us has the ability to become great, to grasp information, to keep pushing. I don't doubt it. However, some do it at a quicker pace, some learn certain subjects quicker, some just have a grasping ability which is faster, and hence if they're bored, it's because they're not being challenged right. So what do? Three things. First one is you change the environment that they're in. Apart from their regular school, I'm not saying change the school, but put them in something else which is a little beyond school, which is giving them an opportunity to surround themselves with other students like them, with other children like them. I think that's critical. The second one is put them in an environment again, but this time where the methodology or the challenges that are kind of asked or the questions that are posed are different. You're bored with work, for instance, because you're doing the same thing monotonously over and over again. You need a little bit of change, not just a change of pace, but a change of what it is that you're doing. Sometimes that's very relaxing and invigorating, and it also helps our children find their passions. So where the subjects or the curriculum or the methodology is a little different, is more open world, so to say. And the third bit is ensure that you're celebrating those level changes that your child has, and not kind of pushing them back for it, if that makes sense. Because what tends to happen is when the child's bored, they act out when they're asked to do the same thing which they're already bored of. What happens here is they kind of start doing things which you might not appreciate, which might be a little unruly. And then this becomes a feedback loop, which isn't the most positive feedback loop to be in. And hence, continue to up the game in the challenges that are being thrown at them, or what it is that's keeping them busy. And then every time they pass that level, celebrate it, celebrate it, celebrate it. It's our child. And the beauty is, no matter where we go with this, every time, every single thing they're seeing, they're learning. And I have no doubt, if you're watching this, your child is going to be extraordinary. So I wish you all the very best and hope this helps. This is Yash Vasant from the Playtos Miniversity.